Shawn right here at the 2017 USA's with classic IFBB Pro physique competitor Stan McQuay. Stan, we were here in Las Vegas, no stranger to competition. As a matter of fact, you just came off a couple of competitions this year. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I went over and tried to qualify for the Olympia at the Chicago Pro. Didn't do so well. I took 6, not 30-something competitors. Flew right over to Vancouver, placed fifth there. So it just wasn't my year this year.
Yeah, classic physique is getting really popular. I mean, these guys are freaking really good in terms of the depth of field. What do you think it is that you got to do to find your way back into that winner's circle?
Do you know any tattoo removal guys?
No. So you want to take it off now?
No, I don't. I don't want to take. But
I see a lot of tattoos in this division anyway.
Yeah, I just think at the level that that I'm at now, it does hurt. Of course, it does hurt. So I don't know what they're looking for because the inception of the new division is so different. I mean, in my eyes, it still should be bodybuilding first. You got to still have the muscle, the density, the symmetry, all that stuff. But what are they looking for? There's no real set stipulations yet, so we don't really know.
How did it affect you? Because when you were bodybuilding, you were just bodybuilding. You were lifting weights, getting big and getting strong, getting cut. And now there's some height, weight restrictions, implemented. Does it make it harder for you on this process doing the classic physique, or easier?
For my body type, making a weight has always been better for me. Ever since high school with wrestling and just doing those type of things. I'm not naturally a big guy, so I do better making weight. But I think with the stipulations, now of the guys having a small waist ratio and stuff like that, I think that plays a huge role. And part of the problems that I had in the past was being a 212 competitor, trying to be as big as I can, having to drop some size and get my waistline back down. So that's been a bit of a challenge. But what happened with me? Why I didn't win, I don't know. It's in the judge's eyes.
Well, I mean, we're always trying to figure out ways to the victory circle, which we don't control. But how is it for you? Do you enjoy the idea of classic physique? Because it certainly looks like they're putting the genie back in the bottle. We're seeing guys with great lines, great symmetry. The depth of field seems to be a little bit better by comparison to the actual open bodybuilding lineups.
I'd have to agree with that. I mean, if you're a fan of bodybuilding and not just size, this is the division. We got the conditioning, the symmetry, aesthetics of it. I think it's a great division. It is definitely harder in the sense of, it's not just about size, and you know about that, and it's about the quality. So, you're going to see this division getting better and better.
Are we going to see with this division, like we've seen with the open men's bodybuilding, with the women's bodybuilding that's now defunct and gone, are we going to see a guy take this title like Danny Hester, 46, 47, 48 years old, hold on to a title like this? Or is this going to be one that's going to be changing hands pretty much from year to year because there is so many guys worthy of that title?
Well, I think that's the way it should be. I think we should have a new champion often. And I think that's going to happen because of the fact that there's no stipulations really yet set in stone of how is this division supposed to be. So, guys like Danny Hester, in my eyes, was still the best. Is he going to win this year? I don't know. What are the judges looking for? It's such a subjective sport, as you know. So
you're used to being at that Olympia. So do you still have an opportunity to get there, or you shut it down and wait for 2018?
Well, I did have an opportunity at the Tampa Pro, which was going to be next week, but I decided to just turn it off. And I trained and I dieted all year, and it affected family life. I have 3 kids now, so instead of booking my ticket to Tampa, we booked a trip to Mexico, and that's where we're heading.
Absolutely, the wrong direction. You should have been in Hawaii in November, but nonetheless, did you open a gym? I heard.
I'm working on opening a new gym.
What's that about?
Basically, my concept is I want to do a throwback to the 80s, 90s, early 90s, your era, and do a hardcore type gym and really try to make that blow up. So that's what my interest is now.
I've been traveling the world around, and it seems the common theme is everybody wants to go back in time. They want what we used to have, whether it's the physique, the gym, the camaraderie. What's changed? What's changed this sport to where people are longing for yesterday?
Well, I mean, not to disrespect any of the bodybuilders, but the guys have just gotten so damn big now, and it's still a freak show in a sense, and it's still amazing to see some of that, but it's not realistic. I mean, most guys cannot look like that. I couldn't look like that. You couldn't look like that.
You remember me screaming from the mountaintop about how we need to put the genie back in the bottle? Bigger is not better.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think with the sport kind of was transitioning to more of like a freak show. Now these new divisions coming about, and people are getting more interested in bodybuilding, and it's being, you can see guys like me and go, they can accomplish that. So anyways, the point is, opening these gyms like that, corporate gyms have taken over all over, the big cities, and they're just not really fun gyms to train at anymore, and we're missing that right now.
And so the fans bring them up to speed. You trained some celebrities. I remember, weren't you linked to Dr. Dre back in the day and some other people?
Yeah, I was with Dr. Dre for a couple years. Worked with Vin Diesel, Gerard Butler, George St. Pierre. So that was kind of my niche for a while. I was doing celebrity training. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how is that different from training someone that wants to compete in the competition or someone that wants to try to be Mr. Olympia? How do you approach those personalities?
Well, let me just tell you that dealing with celebrities and dealing with competitors are probably the two toughest type of egos clients to deal with. I love working with competitors, of course, because this is what I still love to do. But I like working with normal, everyday people. Those are the best. Yeah.
Absolutely, especially when they admire a physique as accomplished as yours. We're going to look for Stan in 2018 to hit the stage once again, and hopefully we'll see him back here in Las Vegas on that Olympia stage in the classic physique division. But for Stan right now, I'm here in Las Vegas. We got the finals coming up here tonight and a lot more interviews and paparazzi photographs at musculardevelopment.com. I'm Shawn Ray for Stan McQuay.